being confident and being who you exactly are. You shall not exaggerate whatever you have written. And if you have even 0 to 10% of knowledge of whatever you have written, you must be confident enough to deliver it to your HR or your like the entire team, whoever is taking your interview. They look for that. And you must have a greater communication skill so that they will feel engaging while talking or interviewing you. And that's what took my managerial or HR round stretched. And I was the only like student, or I was the only person who had a longer managerial round duration than others.
So, hello everyone, welcome to the new podcast. And today we have Sunanda with us. So, meet Sunanda. She is a perfect example of a woman in tech, a content writer, a blogger, a community enthusiast, and whatnot. She would be also very soon joining Dell as a service delivery engineer. Hi, Sunanda. Great to have you on the podcast.
Hello, Saurabh. It's my pleasure to be a part of your channel, and I'm glad that let's see how the interview goes on.
Great. So, Sunanda, like since you are so diverse, you are into so many things of not only on the tech but also apart from that. So, I have a great sort of questions, but we'll start with the basics one. So, you are a perfect example of a woman in tech. You are also a content writer. You are a blogger. So, my question is that what inspired you to pursue a career in tech? And can you share any specific experiences or like any such instance that really influenced you towards this direction?
Beginning of my career, I was like a very underconfident girl as like in the beginning. But then when I started looking forward and exploring the world, I was like, "Ki, I can also do something." So that's where I thought that I should start my career in writing. And also, certain things happen in your life which drives you towards achieving a greater goal in your life. So something in my life also happened, and it changed my perspective towards life. So that's how I began my career as a content writer. Like in the first, I used to write poems and all. Then I got an opportunity to work with an MNC as their as being a part of the content creation
Wow,
team. So from that, I have I have seen many ups and downs in my career. So it's like that only. Like that's what I started with.
amazing. Amazing. So, Sunanda, we all know that you are involved in various communities. You have been a part of the core team at GDG Bhubaneswar, which is in itself a great thing. You have been also a part of the Hack Club team, so you were a coordinator there. So, how has the community involvement shaped your professional journey, or helped you gain some skills? And what skills specifically, or what learning have you gained all throughout the journey that you had with communities?
See, basically, community has a greater role to play in my life because I we meet likewise people, like-minded people, and also with people that have more expertise and more experience than us. So it helped me gain knowledge of various domains in technology as like GDG Cloud Bhubaneswar. Like as you know, it's a technical. Also, we entertain like non-technical also. So by engaging with peers and all, I got to know that there's lot many to learn for as of now, and I'm still a beginner. So each time I attend an event, I get someone to know with different things or different new topics that maybe I was not aware, or I was aware but a little bit. So community plays a very important role in my life because I basically started, and I started believing in myself mostly as I started participating in all these things. So community is like everyone must be a part of some or the other communities. It boosts your own soul, your moral doesn't gets down because you have so many things to learn, so many new things to look out. So you must be.
Great, great. And indeed, in communities, you get to know with a whole lot of people from various skill sets, various domains, and you get to collaborate with them. You work in some projects, you collaborate on some events, and you get a mingle of everything. So that's great indeed. So, Sunanda, coming to the question that excites me the most, could you just walk through your entire interview experience and the process that you went to getting selected as a service delivery engineer at Dell?
Okay, so it was in the first go that we had our written interview, written exam, which I didn't clear actually for the position that that came first. So at the second, I got a call from our of like placement head, and I was told that I have my interview in the next 24 hours, and I had less than 24 hours even to prepare for the interview. But my interview went so smooth and so nice. I even don't I thought I cannot make it to Dell actually. So basically, starting, I had a technical interview, then I had an HR round, and then a managerial round. So in technical round, basically I was asked questions on operating systems, Linux, and all related to that. So basically, questions related to operating systems, and we dived deep into that particular arena. Then after that, in managerial round, they asked me about the skill sets and the projects that I had worked on. And in managerial round, I was asked about my location preference, my timing preference, and that's it.
When it comes to the managerial round or the HR round, what are the major key points that they look for?
Okay, so being confident and being who you exactly are. You shall not exaggerate whatever you have written, and if you have even 0 to 10% of knowledge of whatever you have written, you must be confident enough to deliver it to your HR or your the entire team, whoever is taking your interview. They look for that, and you must have a greater communication skill so that they will feel engaging while talking or interviewing you. And that's what took my managerial or HR round stretched. And I was the only student, or I was the only person who had a longer managerial round duration than others. So
Oh,
and even they asked
wow.
to make them hear one of my poems, which I did it instantly. So it depends actually how you express
Amazing.
yourself, how you present yourself, and yes, a lot of confidence. Maybe you don't have much knowledge, but the way you present speaks a lot about you.
Great, great. A very important point that you have highlighted. So, Sunanda, also can you throw some light upon your preparation that you did in your third year for the placements, or any specific preparation for Dell that you did?
Yes, I will suggest actually our curriculum helped me a lot because in our fifth semester, if you remember, we had OS. So I had made notes,
Yes.
hopefully, although we had online classes and all. So that helped me a lot. I went through all the, short notes, whichever I had, and I also made some at the last moment. And one thing which I truly believe and which works for me actually, if you are going through any kind of topics or subjects, that's OS is it is divided 50-50. How much you have to do it physically, you have to mentally read it also, you have to remember many things also, you have to execute many. So what I did was, whenever I was covering any topic, I used to make questions, and I used to jot down the points, like the answers of the same. That helped me, my memory went on, while I was reading, then my memory captured it. When I was writing, then again it captured it, so it makes the learning process very
Okay.
easier. So students must
Hmm.
remember that when preparing for anything, the writing method works like a magic. It did for me actually. So
True.
talking about Dell preparation, as I said, I had less than 24 hours, and I was preparing for other companies. So I was focused on basically technical parts. but I never knew that I will be asked OS and all. So I went to, like, like last minute videos are there in YouTube, so that helps a lot actually. So you can
Hmm.
scroll around and you can get. So from there also I started doing that only. I saw, like, I was seeing the videos at the same moment, I was jotting down the points, which helped me a lot. And I have met this thick notebook I still have with me. So that's it.
Oh, nice. Interesting. And literally that writing method, and then you like when you read something and then you write it, jot it down, it just creeps into your mind and it settles down. So you need not revise much. You need not actually revise much. So yeah, it really helps. So Sunanda, you have a great technical expertise that we all know about, but you are also into freelance content writing. You are a creative content writer. How do you balance your creative writing skills with your technical expertise? How do you manage the time? And do you find some intersection between the two while you're doing performing the same?
Yes, Saurav. Actually, that is the reason that I found the intersection. That why I have, maybe I have excelled to some points in both the fields. So as I stated, like, I was given into engineering computer science, but in the first year itself, I started my career as a content writer. So when I dipped down, like I started doing internships with many companies, then I got to know that how everything is technically connected, but we just term everything as technical and non-technical. Basically everything is connected. So content writing is not just about writing the content and just publishing it and all. Like, we all know how websites get people work on front end and back end, but whatever the content goes and however your website is ranked, it's all a duty or a task of a content creator actually. So we
Yes.
SEO optimization, then how the ads work, it's all technical things. People do take courses upon that. So there's a pretty clear intersection between this, like, the field which I am working at. So in the very beginning I started to how to optimize my content actually. And then I started working on SEO based content and then technical content. And yes, as I was working on the content part, along with that I was upscaling my level so that technically also I'll be profound. So balancing things comes with your own time, your interest actually in whatever interest or whatever time you want to deploy to learn that thing. Like, it has also happened with me that I have gave up on something which I was learning, then again I restarted. It happens with like every one of us. And the major part was, like, we are a COVID batch actually. So I got a plenty of time during the COVID to learn everything and learn nothing actually. So I still think that there's a lot to learn and I don't know anything. And that keeps me looking forward to learn more and more.
True, true, true. The same mindset even prevails with me. So, Sunanda, really great. The a really great thing that you talked about the intersection between the two, and how do you actually do your point of view upon the work you do. So great. Sunanda, again, coming to the separate domain of the same work that you do. So, we talked about your content writing skills, right? Again, you are into website designing. You are a creative calligrapher as well. Okay, so tell me about how these skill sets, like how do these skill sets complement each other? And again, what are the surprising connection between the world of art or the artistic skills that one possesses and the technology that one builds?
Okay. So, like, calligraphy, as you know, it's not just anymore confined to paper and pen. It has went on web now. So calligraphy, in between, like in the mid of the COVID, I was looking forward something like that. And actually that was a very depressing moment we all were going through. So that time art has helped me a lot to overcome all those things. So I chose calligraphy along with certain kinds of different types of arts to make my mind more peaceful so that it can gain more. So calligraphy, if I say, I'm still a beginner. I don't have a good handwriting or a good skill to to do that. So linking that all those art with technology, you can see how creative UI UX designers are. Like that, they are the biggest example of how art also can be technically advanced. So that's how, I started calligraphy. I didn't have that much exposure to the certain technical tools that are being used for that thing. So that's why, again, I just learned basics of calligraphy. So that's it.
Okay, great. And how does your artistic skills have impacted upon the web development that you do, or the front end design that you do? Could you just throw some light on
Yeah. See, calligraphy lets you flow, or lets like it. You don't have any restriction to whatever designs you do or whatever things that gets up on the paper. So that helps you in imagination and creativity. Like, what if the sea is, like, for example, what if the sea is like this and not like this? So this helps a lot. Like, being a front end or design, like front end developer, you have to mainly focus, and your main goal should be how to attract customers towards your website. The more attractive it is, the more you get your customers, the more amount you generate from ppw, like pay per click, sorry, ppc. So that is
that?
how,
Okay.
the more you keep on doing the arts and all, the more your brain nerves that get, they get their opportunity to just think round the clock and without any restriction.
Great, great. Amazing. So, Sunanda, with your experience in content management, handling SEOs and all those things, so how do you strive to create effective, engaging content, as well as how do you, whenever you're writing some blogs or creating some content, how do you make complex concepts simpler to the user who is a reader? So, could you just throw some light upon that?
Yeah. So uh, before answering this, I want to say something. Like, whenever we search something, what we expect, like, we should expect that the content must be understandable, or it must be like, we can feel the content, whatever it is there, we can relate to it. So that is what I keep in my mind, that what if tomorrow I'm only going to search this website and I'm going to read. So I must be satisfied, I must get understand, like, I must understand whatever the content is, and I must relate to that. These are the three key points I keep in mind before writing anything. And it's like,
Okay.
maybe I am bit educated before, bit educated, but not everyone is that much educated, or maybe they have more expertise than me. So the content need to be moderate, so that it can, also, engage the layman and also the experts. So keeping that in mind, I balance my content, keeping in mind that I have to rank my website at the first, because we have to use keywords for ASEO rankings and all. So that is what I keep in mind before curating any content.
Great, great. Sunanda, so we talked about your journey as a whole into your content creation, content management, calligraphy, and whatnot. Okay, even web development. So, throughout your journey that you have been from your first year to fourth year, or even before that. So, can you share us some memorable experience, some candid experience that you would really like to share to our viewers? It could be some projects that you have worked upon, some community initiative that you took, or a personal accomplishment that makes you stand apart, or is really instilled within your mind even till date.
Okay, so if I say, actually, I don't have any kind of such stories, because I think I have a lot to accomplish right now. But also at the same time, respect myself for taking the challenges in this competitive world to make myself go forward, because being a girl comes with like a lot of responsibilities, lot of restrictions and whatnot. So keeping myself like it was like in my own like career or life, I have been keeping myself very back. But what I took like what I decided to do was like I will self operate, I will self I'll keep myself first and then others. So that's what my journey
Okay.
began. And I still remember like how an underconfident girl took up the courage to get the mic and speak in front of 1,000 crowd, and that's the biggest achievement I have like I myself have, I feel that I have achieved. And there's a lot thing to say, but yet I'm still hoping that I'll achieve something great, then I'll come and join your channel to share that one day.
Sure, and even I heard your first, like one of the first engagement with the community. So it was really amazing and it was really engaging. So, Sunanda, so this is a really important point that you focus upon yourself, and this is the first line of path that you focus upon yourself, and then you grow naturally. Okay, because there are a lot of people, there are some good people, there are some bad people, but you need to focus upon yourself and build yourself in a better way. So, my next question would be as a diverse individual, what are your aspirations?
Yeah. So looking towards my future aspirations, there's a lot, and at the same time, I don't have any. That maybe my future can only tell. But the like the one point which I am still working on and I'll be working on is like my self improvement, because each and every day I get to know that this is something happening. I have to do this so that I can bring myself to that position. Upgrading yourself, I'm doing that and I'll be doing that. And it's that like I am into learning. I have a personal goal to actually learn as many languages as it is possible. And 5 years or 3 years from now, I see myself as someone who is a better version of whatever I am today. I like I'm working on promising myself that I will never let myself down just because I have hurdles on my way, because I have been doing that for a long, but I am not going to do that. So, like materialistic achievements doesn't matters in your life as long as you have not seen your own self. You have not made yourself stronger.
True.
So when you have yourself, like achievements are like they will come eventually. So you don't have to think about those. But you first you have to focus on yourself. You have to improve yourself, and you have to learn, upgrade, and compete with the surrounding you're living in. That I believe actually.
Great, great. True, really reflects. So, Sunanda, lastly, given your diverse experience that you have a various set of skill sets that you possess, so what kind of, and throughout your journey, whatever experience that you had, so what kind of piece of advice that you would like to give to your juniors or younger selves, okay, or the younger Sunanda itself who is standing behind? So, or people who are embarking into their career journey, uh, what piece of advice would you give? Would you like to give them?
Okay, so if I look myself down a lane of 2 3 years, I was very shy. I was underconfident. Actually, I was, and I would have said that don't believe upon myths. Don't believe upon the people around you. If you have thought that you can do, then you can achieve it. It's like there's no point or no one in the whole world that can stop you if you cannot stop yourself. So that would have been one tip or one thing I could have told to my younger self or anyone like watching this video.
Great. Amazing. So it was really insightful for me, and I'm pretty much sure even the viewers have got a great insight upon your journey. How did you embark upon it, and how did you then moved upon moving all the hurdles above, and finally rose up to the level that you are currently? We really wish you best of luck for the journey ahead, and I'm pretty much sure that you would do amazing. It was great having you on the podcast. Really thankful for joining on.
Thank you so much, Saurav, for having me here. It was a great time, like talking with you, and also hopefully, I wish that anyone who is watching it gets something they were looking for, and I'm looking forward for such more beautiful sessions. And I have been seeing all your podcast very lately, actually, and you are really doing a very good job, actually. And I know that one day you will be succeeding with a million plus subscribers, and I'll be calling you to have
Thank
another
you
round
so
of
much.
podcast.